from our studios in Frankfurt, Germany, this is the AFN Evening News.
Good evening. Many of the victims of the Persian Gulf War are the Iraqis themselves. Thousands of Iraqi refugees are fleeing their country in search of food and water. American GIs help in the distribution of humanitarian aid. 3rd Armored Division soldiers are stationed at a demarcation point they affectionately call Checkpoint Charlie. There, they see firsthand the plight of a people abandoned by their government.
As political unrest grows in war-torn Iraq, hundreds of its citizens flee daily. But before they can leave their country, or areas with heavy fighting, they must first pass through what 3rd Armored Division soldiers have called Checkpoint Charlie. All Iraqis are screened, their cars searched, and later allowed to pass. But in some cases, GIs stop those suspected of being soldiers. 2 in this particular group were identified as members of the Iraqi Armed Forces. As intense as this scene appears, soldiers say the threat level is not that serious.
I don't think that there's much of a threat around here. The Iraqi soldiers down there know we're here. They know we're serious. We placed our Bradleys up here as a showpiece. But what we have continued, there is a defensive line stretching for a couple kilometers each side, each way.
The soldiers assigned here have mixed emotions about their mission. Some say if it weren't for these people, they'd be with their families now. But for the most part, they sympathize with these unfortunate Iraqis.
You know, it's nice to know they like what we've done, and they're showing us support and gratitude for what we did.
I think it's exciting to watch history in the making, the way we get to see a country that we liberated, to see all these refugees fleeing a bad situation. Reminds me somewhat of what happened in Eastern Europe last year.
As these mostly Shiite Muslims attempt to leave their battered country, they show signs of trust and admiration towards the soldiers. In turn, GIs show them that though they are the conquerors, they also care. Reporting from Iraq, Specialist Hank Usingfeld, AFN News.
3 Army aviation units are scheduled to return to Germany from the Gulf. The 5th of the 6th Aviation Unit, the headquarters and headquarters company of the 12th Aviation Brigade, and the 3rd of the 227th of Hanau are due back late tonight. Military officials say family members should check with each unit for exact arrival times and locations. Well, when they do arrive, one thing you can count on, they'll have clean vehicles. 5th Corps' Lee Ferguson reports on the Desert Car Wash.
It's one step closer to home for the 12th Aviation Brigade with a trip through Saudi Arabia's Garaj Mahal Car Wash. Run by the 518th Maintenance Battalion, the process removes 6 months of desert grime.
With the wash point, we're cleaning all the vehicles, getting ready to redeploy. We've been having some rainstorms, vehicles that have to convoy through the mud. It's been dusty out here, too.
It takes about an hour to get a vehicle through the car wash, and with the assistance of the 95th Chemical Detachment and their decontamination equipment, every vehicle gets a thorough cleaning.
It's about the same thing as a decontamination operation, so we have all the water assets, and we have the equipment, and we have the knowledge how to operate the equipment, so here we are. We have one M12A1 decontamination apparatus mounted on a 5-ton and 3 tank and pump units that are hauling the water. There's a non-potable water source that's operated by the civilians here. It's about 5-6 miles down the road where they're filling up at and they're coming up.
Next step is home. After the vehicle is done, we're fix to jump on a plane, get back to Germany.
Reporting for 5th Corps' Public Affairs Office, this is Lee Ferguson with TV5 for AFN News.
A Special Forces unit from Bad Tolz is back home after serving in Operation Desert Storm. That community held a special ceremony in their honor. Specialist Steve Morgan has highlights.